Like, I'm exhausted sometimes. I have a lot of neuropathy. So as a entrepreneur and a full-time employee, I had to learn how to pivot and create boundaries and balance and just make sure that I wasn't overdoing it.
At the gate, yeah. God don't make no mistakes. What's your fate, bruh? Yeah.
Hey everyone, my name is Jaleesa, aka It's Just J Renee, and this is My Life Interrupted. So I only have this treatment that I'm currently going through, this take-home treatment, is the second to last treatment I'm getting unhooked today. But I just wanted to share my experiences with running a business while on chemo, as well as working full-time. So currently I work full-time for the health system where I'm being treated at. And also I have a travel agency and I have a marketing business on the side. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it has been such a struggle maintaining all three while going through chemo, because I'm exhausted sometimes. I have a lot of neuropathy. So as an entrepreneur and a full-time employee, I had to learn how to pivot and create boundaries and balance and just make sure that I wasn't overdoing it. So on the marketing side, with my marketing business, I do branding photography, also do some baby photography and maternity photos, done some engagement shoots, I build websites, I manage social media pages, and I know me talking, that is a whole lot. Like, I create the content for my clients and everything, and I know that sounds like a lot, and going through chemo, like I said, it hasn't been easy, but one thing that I have managed to do is learn not to take on more than I can chew, because before going through this whole experience with the ampullary cancer and chemo, I was just going nonstop, working, missing out on important moments sometimes in my family and friends' lives because I was always working, just trying to build my business. And this has obviously slowed me down a lot. So I just learned to pivot and only take on a few projects at a time that I know I can manage with all of the symptoms. Like, my symptoms have been neuropathy, so I had to pause the baby photography. I did not feel comfortable handling babies going through chemo because with the symptoms that they were telling me with the neuropathy and the tingling of the hands and feet, I didn't want to be responsible for dropping anyone's babies. Currently, one of the treatments that I was under was called oxaliplatin. That was the cause of tingling and burning. Like, my hands they're getting lighter again, but they were darker. Like 2 weeks ago, they were darker. So last weekend I did my first baby shoot, and it went well because the tingling and the burning sensation in my hands and feet have went down. But I definitely had to put that on pause because baby photography takes a lot out of me. I don't have a studio. I go to people's houses for baby photography. So when it came time to deciding what part of my business I was going to put on pause until all of this is over, it was like a no-brainer. Photography has to be put on hold. So with the exception of my main client, I did not pick up a camera for a while except to vlog this experience, this journey. That was the only aspect of my marketing business that I had to put on hold. But then in terms of people wanting to work with me, I had to turn away some people and refer them to other people because I couldn't, the money, yes, the money is great. I couldn't compromise my integrity as an entrepreneur because I knew I wasn't going to be able to handle those projects. For the travel business, the travel business really wasn't affected at all because when I was in the hospital, if you saw in my third episode, when I was in the hospital, I was working in the hospital, booking people's vacations, like the researching and stuff like that. I make time for that. Some of the stuff I do on my breaks when I'm at work full time, because I go to chemo and I go home right after and get right on the phone and deal with patients. That has been a blessing, working from home, because I don't think if I did not work from home, I would be able to manage. So when companies are like, oh, we want you back in the office, you have an employee like me who would have to go to work in an office. That wouldn't have been possible. Like, I'm literally covering all of my medical bills with my full-time job, which has been a blessing, because I started this job about 4 years ago during the pandemic, because they needed agents on the phone handling patients. So going back full-time, I did not expect this happening, but it has been a blessing. I don't see myself stopping my full-time job anytime soon. Honestly, I think I will still work full-time, because the healthcare is the most important thing right now. And my health insurance has been covering all of my treatments and also my surgery, which has been, like I said, a blessing. I would be screwed if I was still working like solo. Like, the pandemic definitely changed my perspective on working full-time, because you see a lot of entrepreneurs that are on Instagram are like, quit your job and do this full-time. Yes, but if you don't have good health insurance, I do not advise that. I do not advise that you quit your job. Come up with a plan, because you don't know what's going to happen. I'm not saying anything bad is going to happen, but you don't know. You have to plan, because I know so many people who are going through the same thing that I'm going through, and they have to do GoFundMes just to raise money for chemotherapy alone. Chemotherapy costs like $5,000 a session. I don't have $5,000 a session. So health insurance, that played a factor into me going back to work full-time when I was dealing with the pandemic. I also have a lot of other issues, like I have endocrinology, like a thyroid condition, fibroids I gotta deal with after all of this is over. So yeah, I definitely don't see myself going back full-time, but like I said before, you have to make the best decision for you. But I would just say, as an entrepreneur, come up with a plan, because before the pandemic, I didn't really quit my job. I had a job change. It didn't work out. The environment was toxic, and I had pivoted to working temp jobs while building my business, and I didn't have great health coverage before. And when the pandemic happened, it opened my eyes, because my clientele, they weren't making money, and I wasn't making money. I was furloughed from one of the gigs that I had, which was baby photography in the hospital, and I just had to sit and think. And my mom was like, look, there's this job opportunity. I know you don't want to do it, I know you want to just continue this full time, but you got to make money. And that's what I love about my mom, because she's like, you got to make money. Like, you can't live like this. And she was absolutely right. And it was a work from home opportunity. And then it turned into me switching from doing COVID. I was doing COVID lines for scheduling people's like COVID appointments for their boosters and vaccines. And then moved into just doing patient access services and making sure patients are getting scheduled for their appointments and medication refills. And like right now, I love the job I'm at. The people are so supportive with my journey. And that's important, because you see a lot of people on the internet are like, everything that they do, their job place is toxic. I can honestly say I'm not working in a toxic job environment. Everyone is very supportive. My supervisors have been amazing during this process, which you need. Like, if you're an employer, if you're a manager, you gotta support your team, because that's gonna build the morality that actually motivates me to want to go to work when I go to chemo. I look forward to going to work and hooking up on my computer. And I look forward to talking to patients and helping patients. And some of the patients are going through cancer like me, and going through chemo like me, because the cancer has been removed. I have to say, my cancer has been removed. there was 2 cancer cells in the lymph nodes. That's clear, completely clear right now. So, but going through chemo, a lot of the patients are going through chemo and they need rehabilitation because some of the symptoms from chemo is taking a toll on them. So I deal with patients like me. I'm able to talk to them. I'm able to encourage them. It's just been like I said, it's been a huge blessing working where I'm working right now. So I don't see myself moving anytime soon. But while managing a business, I am learning to set my own pace and let people be honest now. Like, people come to me for quotes and I will say, look, it's going to take this amount of time. And they'll say, okay, well, no rush because I don't want to go until this day. But like, I have to take my body into consideration because chemo is like towards the end. The beginning, I wasn't as tired, but like now I find myself exhausted some days. My cousin just had a baby and I went to help her, and then during the week, like a few days later, I was like, oh, I did a lot this weekend and I'm exhausted. So this is like, I'm gonna have to sleep for these days. And like, I have one client that she's gone through her own cancer journey and she's definitely understanding about the exhaustion. So we communicate. We're at this point, we're probably like sisters right now. It's the communication is key when you're running a business. Like, people try to hide things that are going on. You can't hide. You have to be upfront and honest with your clients because integrity is everything when building a business. If you can't communicate, then you shouldn't have a business. And I'm seeing right now a lot of businesses with poor communication. It's not okay. And I will say, like, when I first started, communication was a struggle for me when I first started my business, and being upfront and honest. And now I've learned, I'm like, you can't hide. A lot of my travel clients, they know that I had surgery and I've gone through chemo, and they're still willing to book with me because, again, I'm upfront and honest with what I can and can't do and the time frame that I can do it in. So I would just say, if you are going through and you're running a business, just make sure that the communication is key and that you're also being integral with how you're running your business. Don't take on more than you can chew. It's not a good look. You don't want a bad review. Don't take on more than you can chew. Don't overbook yourself. Like, just set a pace. And it's okay to work a 9 to 5 and run your business. Like, that 9 to 5 is funding your business, but also like the lifestyle you want to create. Because me, I like to travel. If I was still working solo, I would not be able to travel. Right now I'm planning to go to Italy this year. I'm planning to go to Bermuda, and I'm planning to do my celebration cruise because I'm about to ring the bell in 2 weeks. And that I'm excited about. So like, just when becoming an entrepreneur, and if you are working full time and you want to break away, just, I would say, make a list and write all the pros and all the cons and write what you want to get out of your business. Because I'm not saying that your business isn't going to be successful, but the first 2 years of being an entrepreneurship the first few years of being an entrepreneur is a struggle. There are some people that flourish, but that's not everyone's story. Like, I see so many Instagrammers like, oh, I made $21,000 in 10 months. Great, but that's not going to be everyone's story. So you have to be realistic. Don't look to social media all the time for your answers. Try to find a mentor. I would say I have an amazing mentor who like guides me. I've been with her since I was 17 because I internship for her company for a few years, and like, she's still my mentor. And still, like, if I do something with the website, I can send her the link and show her, and she'll tell me like what I need to do. Like, you need to find people, tangible people, not people on the internet, because they're making money off of what they're selling you. Excuse my voice, because I'm still going through treatment right now. But they're making money off of some of them are making money off what they're selling you. So I would say find someone that's successful that you can have access to, that can help guide you in the right direction when running your business, because that is important. I don't really have anything else to say. I can go on about niches and all this other stuff with running a business, but no, I just want to make sure that you set boundaries for yourself and you just be more realistic when it comes to running a business. Like I said, this process has not been easy, maintaining clients and working full time, but I'm pushing through, and I'm also making sure that I get the rest that I need, because before my diagnosis, my brother said to me, like, you can't do any of the things that you love if you're dead, so you have to take care of yourself. Your health is 100% important. Make sure you're taking care of your health. Make sure you're going on regular doctor checkups just to make sure everything is okay. And if you find yourself sick, it's okay. Communicate that. Some people look at businesses and they don't see humans. So they expect you to be available for them all the time, and that's not realistic. So that, I would say, like, assess if it's even worth, if they're treating you that way, is it worth working with those types of clients? Like, just like clients can vet you, you can vet your clients and say, you know what, this is not a good fit. But yeah, I don't have anything else to say. It's been quite a journey going through this. I'm excited to ring the bell and just get through the process of going through scans and blood works for the next couple of months, because honestly, every other week it was a struggle. I did decide to one of the reasons why I decided to go to work right after chemo treatment is because when my mom asked me the question, what do you want to do once this is over? I want to travel. I want to live. I want to see the world. Like, I feel like God has given me a new lease on life. So I'm going to take advantage of every traveling opportunity that I can, whether it be within the States, international. I'm just looking forward to see the world. And I'm also looking forward to bring other people along with me. Positive vibes only, because I do not do drama. So if you are looking to travel and you want to be surrounded by positive people, definitely check out some of my group trips that I'll be having coming up soon. Like I said, Virgin Voyages is in November, and next year we will be doing a group trip to Bali, which I'm really excited about. But I am signing off. I hope this video gave you some encouragement and insight into working full-time, running entrepreneurship on the side, and going through medical situation. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is like one of the shortest videos I've ever created. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, this is My Life Interrupted, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening. Bye.
At the gate, yeah. God don't make no mistakes. What's your fate, bruh? Yeah.